Hi everyone, this is a reading entitled Messages from High Dimensional Beings, as well as God Anubis. Who will help me and the collective who are experiencing karma from a past life in Egypt. That is coming up now to be cleared. So this reading, video, and clearing is for you guys and me. So this pertains to any person who has had a past life in Egypt where there is nothing, where the only thing that we were experiencing was hardships and slaveries and poverty consciousness in those times. So this reading will help to clear that. Nothing there yet. Okay. So what happened to me and the collective who experienced an Egyptian past life? Oop. This is not going according to plan. Still shuffling. Okay, after all that, we got the Tower. So we are experiencing a Tower moment with this lifetime, and it is a difficult, challenging Tower moment for the collective who are experiencing the Egyptian past life coming up to be cleared now. Especially if you were a slave back in those times, you'll be feeling the energies the most, and I've been feeling it the most. The shadow. Yeah, so it's the shadow that's coming up from that life, and if you can see the keywords underneath, it's going to lead into self-empowerment and ambition. So the Tower and the shadow are working. Oopsie. Little Jofiel went down. Yeah, so the shadow and the Tower are working together. So I've been feeling the energies in the last few days a lot worse than I've felt in a few months. Just really low negative thoughts and low energy. Just trying to stay as centered as I can and not give in to the negativity. And yes, the Empress card is underneath the deck as well. After that shuffle, So we are heading to becoming the total divine feminine, but right now we're all going through a tower moment, and we're clearing the shadow aspects from this Egyptian timeline and opening it up to abundance. So I got the Queen of Crystals as comfort and prosperity. So we all have to go through this clearing. This lifetime has to be cleared for us to really ascend into higher dimensions, because there's a lot of negative and low vibrational energy attached to this lifetime. So the comfort is coming and prosperity is coming. So if you've had a lot of blocks pertaining to abundance, especially finances, that's gonna start opening up soon, hopefully in the next few days, as this this lifetime clears completely. Drink plenty of water. As you go through this. And yeah, okay. So I got the Emperor, which is focus and stability. And that's what we're wanting to get to. We want to get to stability. The energies here are creating an upheaval for the collective, going through a clearing from the Egyptian lifetime. So we're working towards stability after the shadow and the tower moment have cleared itself. We'll get more perspective and self-empowerment from this, as we realize how powerful we are to clear these major lifetimes where we've been through the thick and the low vibrational, and especially if you've been a slave in Egypt. Yeah, there's a lot to clear there. There's a lot of karma that you're holding on to, especially resentments that slave owners would probably instill in their slaves. Got the Six of Crystals, which is synergy and gratitude. That lifetime can, if you look at it in a positive way, can really show you what to be grateful for. It teaches what we deserve in this lifetime. We don't deserve to be slaves to the system. We don't deserve to be forced into anything. And there's this really coming full circle of self-empowerment and standing in your power. Yeah, so after this there's going to be a huge burst of energy. And this card? Okay. One just slipped out and they said no. So it's going to, after this lifetime has been cleared, it's going to create a lot of energy within you. All your chakras will be lit up. Yeah, and you'll feel this immense burst of energy, like an abundance of energy once it's been cleared, because the time is now for it to be cleared, and it's been, I guess, scheduled at this time to be cleared in your contract, to have these major clearing things. Before you came to Earth, you wanted certain things cleared out of your out of your past, so you can have the best time in this lifetime and not hold on to any baggages. Ooh. Yikes. Okay. It's a mess. It's a mess. We're having a mess. And they're saying next deck. So we might come back to it. Okay. So I'm still feeling a little bit low from that. From the last few days. It's a huge test for me. I just wanted to give up. And I did. I gave up. I'm just like, yep, I don't want to do this anymore. Give up. Whoops. The Thinking Woman. Number 11. So yeah, it's just realignment to what we want as people, men or women, really. It's just going within and really feeling out your passions and what you want to do. Okay. Well. Okay, I'll move on from this deck too. Moving on to the Starseed deck. Okay. Okay, I don't know what to do. This energy is very dense for it not to have any cards coming out. A lot of interference. Oh gosh, yeah. Negative energies never want you to learn and grow. Sacral Chakra. Who's feeling like this Sacral Chakra is just completely empty or stagnant or stiff? A lot of, like I'm feeling right now, a lot of pelvic and hip stiffness. So your core creation is realigning at this time to to become that sun. So it's drained for a reason. It's getting everything that's not serving you anymore out of your system, and it is bringing the vibrancy of what the sacral chakra is supposed to be like. So you can see the root chakra is there on the bottom. Excuse me. The root chakra is there. Then you get like the little kundalini symbolism on the card. So it's like everything at this time is starting to really open up. So if you haven't had a kundalini awakening yet, you may start to feel the tingles starting of that. So as one chakra flows into the other, root to sacral. So the sacral chakras are going to be filling up with unconditional loving energies, and that's where you'll feel a lot of your energy and your creativity will start to blossom from finishing your tower moment in the shadow work and clearing all of that. I think there's only one card for that. Moving on to Sacred Power reading cards. Oh boy. There is so much energy going on right now. Can we get the energies are stiff apparently, so this reading is a lot more challenging than I thought it would be. We've got two cards. So the first one is Personal Power. So the card is take responsibility for your actions, reclaim your power. Emotions are powerful and can cause us to feel alone, overwhelmed, and anxious if we haven't had the opportunity to express our situation or experiences. A symbol of polarity of positive and negative, the Siberian tiger asks us to address our personal power issues. The tiger has chosen to visit you today to encourage you to express your deepest feelings, embracing your darkest personal experiences, which is the shadow part of this lifetime, and transform it into positive thoughts and actions. Once we decide if a particular experience is good or bad, we then make a conscious decision about what to do next. Identifying our method of emotional expression, we either speak up, become neutral, or we don't speak at all. Not speaking up, however, can leave us feeling helpless, placing us in a victim mindset and a blocked throat chakra. Tigers are predators and understand the need for secrecy, perseverance, and patience before committing to their prey. Standing strong and powerful is essential to their survival. In the same way, experiencing darkness helps us build strength and resilience. Right now, the tiger asks you to relinquish your victimhood and take responsibility for your own thoughts and feelings. Embrace your hardships with love and acceptance. Use them as a source for personal motivation. Take responsibility for your own actions and the part you have played in your current circumstances. By doing so, you will begin to reclaim your personal power. Now is the time to encourage a healthier environment by releasing toxic relationships, friendships in your life. Negative attitudes and emotional vampires are manipulating your soul's freedom. Remove yourself from the game, cut these negative cords and be free. And the affirmation is, I am now willing and able to stand in my own power. Each experience enhances my love, strength, and self-worth. So with this card, it's showing that due to the Egyptian past life, there's been some personal power issues, because in that lifetime, our power has been taken away from us, especially if you've been put into as slave labor or working as a slave, or even if you were the slave trader or the person who owned slaves in that time period. There's a cultural conditioning that took away people's personal power, and in those times it wouldn't have mattered if anyone was against slavery. It was just what people did, and there were certain rules, aspects of that human nature back then that didn't see the individual as a sovereign being, so personal power wasn't encouraged. Joe feels not watching us. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so personal power wasn't encouraged. It was man ruling over man, and that's not what we're about in this day and age. We're all about empowering people, and that's why the energies of clearing this lifetime has been like the lowest and the most dense you've ever had, because it's been multiple lifetimes, multiple versions of you in an Egyptian lifetime, many lessons to learn for this moment, to clear in this moment and to really step into your divine personal power, whatever aspects of masculine and feminine that you want to align yourself with and what you feel is most natural. But you are both, but each person has a distinct frequency that they draw from, and a lot of your power either comes from you being a woman or you being a man, or where your energies feel the most comfortable in your masculine or your feminine. It doesn't really have anything to do with gender, but in this case I'm talking about how a man feels and how a woman feels, and what's their innate personal power within, what kind of energy comes from within them. Okay, yeah. Okay, sorry about the yawning. It's been a difficult few days. Okay, so we've got truth, disarm your ego, face your fears. Habitual thoughts and fear-based emotions are related to us through our ego. Fear is the primary action of the ego and causes us to hold on to our intellect, habits, impulses, and instincts, and keeps us from moving into the heart space. Like a dedicated actor sticking to a script, the lower self creates obstacles when you attempt to nurture yourself. Grow your spirit or support your soul's potential. Forcing thought when you actually want to be still can either drive the exploration of ideas or paralyze day-to-day activities. Paralysis can cause feelings of stagnation, being stuck in the past, trapped within your circumstances. Ultimately, the lower self takes us out of the present moment. We stop truly living. Focusing on the past causes barriers to reaching our higher self's guidance and inner being. And with that also, with this particular past life, when you feel like your life isn't going the way that you want it to, because maybe you're manifesting and having a lot of trouble manifesting, but that's because you still have deep-rooted belief systems in poverty consciousness and lack, and not feeling worthy enough to have all that. And so, yeah, past stuff can cause barriers to reaching you stepping into your higher self energies and becoming more your higher self. And that's what we're clearing right now. So, yeah, back to the meaning. It's common for people to assume that the ego is an all negative and bad persona that we should lock up and never let out. In fact, the ego can push people to take risks, be adventurous and entrepreneurial. So who are you? This knowledge will empower and inspire you to push past ego boundaries and fear-based subconscious thought patterns. Train your ego to take a back seat. Right now, you need to disarm your ego. Focus on the now and what you can physically achieve in the moment. Push past the fear and face it head on. Feel the fear and do it anyway. The ego mask is a mental shield that is neither a good nor bad aspect of you. The ego is not something that can be destroyed, so we must make peace with it. Remove your mask and see what is hiding beneath it. Be mindful of others' masks. You are not seeing or accepting the reality and truth of the situation. Assess your emotional reactivity. What is your low self teaching you now? Recognize your emotions when they arise. Accept them without judgment. Release them with love and gratitude, and act appropriately. And the affirmation is, I am creating peaceful experiences. I acknowledge and accept emotions as they arise within me without judgment. So when that happens, just take a deep breath and let them go as best you can. You'll be doing a lot of letting go with this past life. Yep. Okay, so I'm just being told that over the next few days, a lot of fears will be coming up intensely for the collective who connects to this Egyptian lifetime. What my guides are telling me is that we should all let those fears wash through us like water and pass through on its way to be transmuted. And don't attach to those fears. Let them go, observe them. It's going to be good practice for being in the observing mode. Oopsie. Okay. Authenticity. Another taking off of the masks. So once you clear this lifetime, it's going to teach you about liberating yourself. And you wouldn't want to be stuck under any kind of slavery ever again. So it's really going to unmask you and make you start living from your soul. So everything that you feel is trying to control you as a human being in this lifetime won't resonate anymore, and you will in fact start fighting against the system that wants to control you and the rest of the collective. So expect a lot more agitation and fighting within you as you come to terms with the fact that you can no longer be controlled by inauthentic people. The trickery will be blasting in your face. You will recognize lies for what they are, and you will see the truth even more clearly, if you haven't already. This energy is so dense. It's gonna last for a few more days, I think. So whoever's watching this reading, my thoughts are with you. That's it. Okay. Okay. Stability and attainment. So we're coming back to that again. The energies will get stable. You may feel like you may feel like your world is crumbling, that nothing is making sense anymore, that you don't know what you're supposed to be doing, you don't feel connected to your soul mission or your life path or people around you, family or friends. You don't feel that comfortability you've had before in feeling stable. It's just it's creating a avalanche of issues, and the volcano is erupting. It can't stay stagnant within the body anymore. It has to come out, and you're gonna have reactions. You're gonna be angry at people for no reason. You're gonna feel the anger, and you're gonna want to express it. So just do it. And once you do that, you'll start to feel like your body is getting lighter, and it's a slow movement, but it's happening. Yeah. When you express your anger, the anger can be released. So the next card that we got, blessings and well-being. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. The light's a little bit small right now, but the light will get bigger as the days go on and you continue to clear this. Just be mindful of your thoughts and cancel any thoughts you have that last longer than 17 seconds so that they don't carry momentum and you're not attracting any karma to you through those thoughts. Just ask your guides to cancel them for you. Or just say cancel, clear, delete the thoughts you just had about so-and-so situation. You have a right to your emotions, but you don't want those thought forms in the universe floating around, creating karma. Keep a journal and maybe burn those pieces of paper at the end of the day or after you've felt everything and can release it, and just burn them and just clear it all out. So I've got 2 of acorns inside in focus. So this time is really focusing on clearing this lifetime. And it's the shadow. The shadows come up again. And I'm seeing self-empowerment is like coming up at me right now. Self-empowerment. And ambition is something that's a little later, once the past life has been cleared and your abundance starts to flow in at a more constant rate. If you've had like long drawn out stagnant times of nothing, and then you have maybe a little snippet of abundance. I'm doing the shadow work here by acknowledging all negative thought patterns, feelings, emotions, stuff like that come up, and releasing them as they come up will continue to open that portal, I guess, to your abundance, and you'll feel lighter in your body. You'll feel more as light in your body, and then you'll realize that your abundance is coming in all forms to you. So money, relationships, friendships, soul groups, soulmates, a new house for some people, a new car maybe. Family, creating your own family as well is abundance for those who wish it. So the possibilities are endless with abundance. Like, there's no cap on what it is going to be. So once this has cleared from the collective and then the individual systems, then a lot of light workers, star seeds, twin flames who have had some issues with abundance, it's going to clear up for them, and they are going to get large amounts of cash flow. Because the dark can't keep that from us. The dark can't keep that from us anymore. It's actually something that they're not allowed to do anymore. They're not allowed to hold on to our abundance because we are enslaved to them, because we're not enslaved to them anymore. We're not enslaved to anyone. And it's just that kind of click in the head, in your mind, and your realization that you're not a slave anymore, and then that'll shift something else in your body as well, and things will start to align, and your beliefs will start to change when you realize that you can't be controlled anymore, that you don't want to be controlled anymore, so you keep fighting the system, and then that does something within the body, and then the lifetime clears, and then after a while you see it as a positive outcome. It taught you how to be self-empowered and how to be standing in your power and in your strength. So expect a lot of abundance coming to you. A lot of abundance. Thousands of dollars if you've only had hundreds of dollars once a month. Even if that's probably your highest, a few $100s a month, expect to receive thousands of dollars a month now after this clearing. So you've got the cute little hermit card. This is the time for the collective to really go within and think about everything they learned and see it for what it was, and have no judgment for you, yourself, or others, or that past life. It was a learning experience, and if you can see it as a learning experience, you'll have a more positive idea about it, and you won't feel resentment for it. Resentment will block your abundance if that's what you're seeking. You can't it's not healthy to be mad at it for too long, or to be angry at it for too long, or to be ragey at it for too long. Feel the emotions of those feelings if they come up, and release them, and try to see the past life in a positive way, because it was teaching you something about your own power. Everything has meaning if you look for it. Okay, so quest and renewal. After this past life has cleared, we are moving into something new. If you want to take the renewal literally, but we are moving into something new. It's a higher level of our mission, soul mission, life paths. If you have a big purpose, if your guides have told you that your purpose is a huge one, that will start to happen in the next few weeks, few days, few weeks, depending on where you are. Okay, and the people who are going to help you get there are going to come in a lot faster. You're going to be shocked at how quickly they'll come in. Soul family will find you. I don't know how they're going to find you in this, like, this energy we're in currently, but apparently they'll find you online, I guess, is the only way to do it, especially if your soul family that you're meant to do this next stage with is spread out. They'll look for you online, and they'll feel this energetic connection to you and reach out if they haven't already. So that's more abundance coming in from clearing this Egyptian past life. I'm starting to feel a little bit better while doing this reading, but I still feel heavy. Okay, so it's a progression. It's you being dedicated to releasing all this low vibrational stuff, and it's a progression, a steady progression of releasing, feeling, releasing some more, and just trying to see the high meaning of it. Energy and results. So yeah, we're getting back to being more energetic after this. This past life has been cleared. And I think these cards are starting to repeat themselves a little bit, but I think it was needed to be emphasized again if someone's not feeling it. Or the more you listen to this reading, the more guides can come in and clear whatever needs to be cleared for you on behalf of you and your soul. Is there anything else to really clear right now for this? Okay. So they're talking about the slavery now in my mind. I can hear them talking about slavery, and the energy of the slavery that we have to clear right now was what? Oh. It was a journey. It was our journey to this moment. Like I said, it taught us. It keeps turning away for some reason. It taught us what our power and our sovereignty means to us. And if you think about it, and if you imagine having your independence taken from you like it is now, it doesn't really sit right, does it? It doesn't make you feel good. It doesn't empower you. It makes you feel small. It makes you feel unloved, unworthy, that the only way for you to feel self-worth is if you let them control you. You let whoever control you. It doesn't have to be what's controlling all of us or trying to control us right now. It can be any person we give our power to. And it's not about a healthy relationship where you give your power over to someone else who has your best interest because you know that they will consider your feelings. It's the narcissist that you give your power to. It's the low vibrational people who want to drag you down. That's who we shouldn't be giving our energies to anymore and our power to. And we need to step into our power more. And people keep saying that. Readers keep saying, step into your power. But that just means that, what does it mean? It's knowing you're sovereign. It's knowing that you're free. Matrix just makes you believe you're not, but you are. Red pellet. But yeah, it's all a choice, really. It's your choice. It's your soul's choice. You decide to be free, that's where your soul's going. You decide to stay stuck for a little while longer because you're not ready to move, or there's an innate fear that you can't pinpoint, and then you're going to go within and figure out where that fear is coming from. Then that is what you have to do. But then knowing that you are sovereign and no one can take your power from you, or no one can put you in slavery unless you are wanting that to happen, which I doubt anyone is going to want happen. So yeah, that's what this lifetime is. It's just a journey. So the Magician and the Mirror. Everything that we're experiencing right now is mirroring back to us what we want or what we don't want. Everything I'm seeing is, I don't want that. I don't want that at all. Which is probably why when someone tries to take my power from me by little itty bitty threats, or I should do this, otherwise you'd lose this, does my head in a bit. And I'm just like, you know, you wanna throw your pitchforks at people, set fires to buildings, and just go completely nutso because your serenity is trying to be like, they're trying to take your serenity away from you, your freedom. And if you let them, they'll keep doing it. That is everyone on the planet, not just a certain select few. And the next card that came up is the Sun. So the big light at the end of the tunnel, there is good fortune waiting at the end. We do get what we want. Everything goes the way that it's meant for us. Our highest timeline, our highest love, our highest self, becoming our highest self. So that is what this whole journey is leading us towards. Okay. Now I can feel stuff in my sacral. Oh, still heavy. Daughter romance, and then the Sun. So there's twin flames and high vibrational soulmates, and soulmates coming through now after this clearing. And they're going to come in at the speed of light. You'll feel their energy, and then whoo, it's on like Donkey Kong. If you want it, it's coming. Your choice, your free will, your divine will. Divine will and free will is what? Okay, so divine will is what God, the creator, wants for you, which is source, love, and light. And free will is what you want for you. God wants your highest timeline for you, while you just want the next best thing. Oopsie. Making so many noises. So many noises. Yeah. So there's abundance in romance. So this lifetime is blocking romance. Especially if you're a twin flame, it is blocking your union. That's just great, isn't it? Yeah, it's blocking your union because if you don't believe that you deserve the highest love of all, your highest vibrational love, then you won't get it. And even if you do get it, it won't last very long. So this lifetime is keeping you in that belief that you don't deserve what you want. Lack consciousness, poverty consciousness, slaving to the man. Yeah. But once you clear all of that stuff, oh golly. Yeah, there is pressure in my spine. Kundalini awakening, apparently. So, is that collective or individual? So, those who see this reading either are going to have a full Kundalini activation, or only a few of you are going to have depends if you've had a Kundalini activation or not. If you haven't, it's going to be fun for you. It's going to last for a while. Kundalini activations last for a long time. Which card first, top or bottom? Oh, here we go. Healer of the Ages. He looks like Jesus. Hi, Jesus. Ooh, I got a hello. But yeah, Healer of the Ages. What does that mean? There are some pretty powerful healers that lived in these Egyptian timelines and these Egyptian lifetimes. So when you clear those energies, more of your healing gifts will come online. Or if they've already come online but you don't know how to use them, then the knowledge of you knowing how to use these healing gifts will come in online. They'll get downloaded and you'll just be like innately know what to do. Cool. Cool beans, man. Action. And it's 8, so it's infinity. Any little bit of action you do now to release this timeline, to release these low density energies and forgive yourself and others about what happened to you in that time, it will move you in forward momentum. Like I'm seeing someone be me and push my arms forward. Like that, forward, you're being pushed. There is momentum. There is action. So even if it's just you sitting in your bedroom, drinking tea and just focusing on releasing resentment and figuring out where all your resentments are in you, like what do you feel the most resentment about, and maybe writing them down or just saying them in your mind and asking your higher self to catapult out of your system. I'm not saying what they wanted me to say. So no. Yeah, I'm not saying that. Yeah, it's the same. I'm not gonna say it. It's the same. Yeah. It was from my twin. He has a weird sense of humor. Ooh, and look at that. The card on the bottom of that is the Angel of Balance, and then it's got the Egyptian, the pyramids behind, so oopsie. So that was, yeah. They're like, look at the bottom. I just felt like I had to look at the bottom before I started shuffling again. So yeah. Take deep breaths when you're feeling tension in your body. Just the act of taking a breath and imagining it, like right now I'm feeling the tension in my chest, in my higher heart chakra. So if you just want to concentrate on wherever you're feeling even the slightest bit of tension and bringing it up your body, imagine wherever it is in your body, imagine it going upward, and you'll feel it in your throat chakra. And if you can't speak what that what the emotion is, you're gonna wanna where did my English go? You are going to want to Australians are a bit lazy with their speech, forgive that. But yeah, you want to feel it go up wherever it is in your body. It can even be at your feet. But if it's at your feet, you want to maybe imagine the energy in your feet going down into the ground. But let's say it's in your solar plexus or in your higher heart chakra. And then you're going to take a deep breath. And you're going to visualize that tension going up to your throat chakra. So you're going to feel a kind of expanding and a squeezing in your throat chakra. But then it'll be so much easier to just imagine that that tension is released in the breath. So you want to take a deep diaphragm breath. Feel it come into your throat if it's there. And imagine seeing the tension in your throat going out through your mouth into the great central sun. And that's what you need to do with tension. If you ignore the tension, it stays in your body, which creates more tension, or any more tension that comes up. If the tension that you already have isn't released, then that tension is going to be quite dense, and you're going to be very irritable, and you're not going to be fun to be around, and people are going to trigger you like mad. So when you feel it, it's best to take a moment and just clear it. Even if it's just you taking a breath and imagining it going out of your body. And it doesn't matter what you've been doing during that day. You could be cleaning your house, and then all of a sudden you feel a tension that you just can't get rid of. Even if you're cleaning the house, you need to step out. I see them showing me stepping out of my house, putting my bare feet on the ground and just breathing. And you can find a chair and sit on, like get a lawn chair, sit on the grass, put it on the grass, sit on the chair, have your feet on the ground so you're kind of elevated and comfortable a little bit, because you know, ants and stuff. But yeah, they're just showing me that when you feel that tension, walk away from what you're doing, because the tension won't go away even if you ignore it. So you need to go outside, put your feet on the ground, put your bare feet on the ground, and just sit there and breathe, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Excuse the yawning. But you need to take that time. It doesn't matter how long it takes. And when you start to feel some relief, keep going. Keep going with the breath. Keep going with the release, so that you get everything out. Like, don't just stop when you feel some relief, because there's always another layer right underneath. So you just want to keep clearing it, and then you can set your intention that every breath you take, that you're releasing as you go. So if there's tension that comes up, then it's easier to release that way. But you're going to want to do the releasing whenever you start to feel something tight in your body, because that's that lifetime coming up to be cleared. And if you're feeling it in your sacral chakra or any other chakras, look up what it means when you're like feeling empty in certain chakras. So I'm getting like the lower chakras at the moment, and maybe the high heart and the heart chakra. But my sacral chakra, as the sacral chakra is tied to creativity, I haven't been feeling the want to be creative, and that's a star seed's bread and butter, is being creative. Well, everyone's bread and butter is being creative, but star seeds are drawn to being creative more than most people. But yeah, when your sacral feels empty, you don't want to do anything. What was my thought pattern with this? Yep, I forgot it. I had a point and then I lost it. Something about sacral. Oh yeah, okay, I got it back. If you're feeling certain chakras in your body that feel empty, or there's a lot of the tension in those certain areas from, like, I'm not saying that either. My twin is very dirty right now. Anyway, you want to go through like all your chakras, all your 7 chakras mainly, and you can do the other chakras at a later stage. But when certain chakras feel empty, then that is what anyone who's put you in slavery in that lifetime, you're gonna feel those areas in your chakras the most empty, and that's where they've been how do I put it into words, where they've been drawing your energy from to siphon you, to control you by not so if the sacral is this it's feeling comfortable in sexuality, it's being creative. So I'm feeling I'm feeling a little bit empty in the sacral chakra, so maybe in that past lifetime, I'm just getting this now, they may have taken away my my love for being creative, or they took liberties with me and used me for my sexuality, which over incredible things and choose also the same. Is that what happened? Yeah, they're giving me confirmation of that's what's happened in that past life. Sex slavery. Yeah, doesn't surprise me, it's still a thing. But yeah, in this lifetime, I'm very adamant against slavery of any kind, which you should be, and then sex slavery as well. I just, yeah, people are freaking nuts to still keep doing all this stuff. So yeah, it's so my sacral has felt the most empty, and that's apparently the reason why. So if you're feeling that same feeling, and it doesn't, when it feels empty, you don't feel any tension, you don't feel like there's anything filled up in there. Like usually things either feel tight in me or whole, or I can feel love and energy and stuff through my heart chakra. But when you feel empty, it's just, you feel like there's a space in that place. So I feel like there's a space in my sacral, and I'm like, I can feel it a lot more, and it felt hollow. If you're experiencing it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But it felt hollow, it felt like a dark hole, a massive emptiness. So yeah, it's apparently going to be filled up now after the clearing. But yeah, they did take a lot of starseeds and light workers energies through certain chakras, especially maybe if they felt that that was your intense power, where your power actually came from. Like, so I guess my intense power came from my sexuality and my creativity, which is one and the same. But yeah, so they decided to take that from me because I had an abundance of it. And now that I'm in this lifetime, before even clearing this, I felt the lack of it. So we're just getting it all back now. Does that make any sense? Are people resonating with it? I hope someone's resonating with this, but that's just what's coming through. Oopsie. Yeah. Lower back still hurts, so it's gonna take some time. And my throat chakra is just... whew. Yeah, my throat chakra's burning now after speaking that truth. Here we go, last card apparently. Is it the last card? Door to personal healing and happiness. So I would say, don't be too scared not to do this healing. Don't give in to the low vibrations. Even if you just move a little bit forward with breath work and or writing them down, you can write your feelings down and then burn them. But doing a little bit at a time will lead you through the doorway to personal healing and happiness. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. You can see that with the dove and the rainbow. Guys, just want to show you that this particular time and space where you're clearing this lifetime is not the end of the world. There is a lot of abundance waiting for you on the other side of this, and we just all have to keep going through it. And we know it's difficult, and I say difficult because challenging is just, it doesn't do this situation any justice. But yeah, it's been difficult and I'm tired. Whew. Okay. But okay, what's the message? There is light at the end of the tunnel. And we just have to keep focused in every moment that we feel something tight in the body. Feeling it in my kidney area as well. So there's a lot of lower chakra stuff that I need to work on. So you need to, during this time, while you're purging this lifetime, you need to figure out where the pains are in your body and really start to ask questions from your higher self or your guides about where and why certain areas in your body have been drained the most, especially your chakras. And it can happen from any place, any chakra. So yeah, so for example, they could have siphoned your energy from your root chakra, which is your stability, which was pretty prominent in this reading as well. So they could take from your ability to feel stable in your life. So when you're in this lifetime, you feel like you're ungrounded and always constantly having to ground because there's a belief system deep inside where your stability was taken from you and you're constantly having to realign with it. But then it's just a trick of the mind in this lifetime, because you can easily keep your energies to you and keep calling your energies back to you. So yeah, you probably want to do that as well, call your energy back. But that's all I'm trying to communicate to you, is that when you're feeling certain pains in certain areas and chakras in your body and feeling empty, that is where the slave is, I guess, the person who enslaved you was siphoning your energy from the most. Okay. Okay, so I ask the creator of all that is, the true source, love and light, true source, love and Archangel Michael, and the true source of light, Father Flame Protection Angels, true source of light, Archangel Metatron, the organic version, the true source of love light, Lemurians of Agatha, the true source of love and light, Arcturian Galactics, and the true source of light, 12th dimensional, Twilight Galactics. And when it goes to the right, it's a yes, my pendulum. And I ask true source of love light, God of Anubis, to please clear all these energies from the collectives and mine past life in Egypt, and clear it in the Akashic records with the collective's higher self's permission and my higher self's permission to do that on our behalf, and to clear it out so that it can't affect us in this lifetime as much as it has been, and find any documents in the falsification records as well and clear those, and I guess align the collective who watches this reading, or who this reading is for, align them with 5th dimensional vibrations, consciousness, and yeah, free whatever chains they have as well on their ankles if they have any of that stuff. Yeah, and will we have to do the same kind of reading again in the future for this particular lifetime? No. Okay, that's done. Is that done? Yep, we're done. Okay, let me know how you go, or how you went, how you feeling, and if you would like a reading, readings will be below. If you would like a past life reading like this, where you go through everything that's happened energetically and try and clear it that way and feel it. Ooh, I'll leave my my details for reading below, or you can email me. I'll leave all that in the description box. Yeah, like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.